Hello and welcome to another episode of Chaos at London. This is open plot. Yes, that's the word. We find ourselves at a let's see. John, who are you playing? So that'll determine where we're actually starting. I should ask this ahead of time.
I'm bringing Kai.
Okay, cool, perfect. Find ourselves at a tea shop that is opening or has been open. Not exactly sure. I'll go ahead and let John describe the shop proper.
The shop itself is it's a small setup similar to an apothecary shop on one side. The other side is more of a arts and crafts with a traditional loom, as well as a small smithy visible through the back. It's set up kind of in a historical reenactment museum type atmosphere, very traditional, and a lot of signage informing people on the traditions, meanings, and functionality of some of the goods, and as well as items that are not necessarily for sale. The man seems to be staffed by one man by himself, who's moving between the loom and the apothecary counter. There's also a number of what appear to be small kegs in the back.
Okay. Does anybody want to intro first or last, or care when they intro? If not, I'm gonna just go left to right on my screen. So it'll be Holly, and then Ian, and then Cam.
All right. Well, Ailey is going to step into the shop here, and she kind of just looks around and starts checking stuff out, seeing what's what. She doesn't really seem to have any particular direction that she's going, just looking around.
And the gentleman working just kind of lets you browse for the most part. Kind of reserved a little bit. Keeps working on what he's doing. But he does say, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Thanks.
Ian, go ahead and intro.
Yeah, Eli will come in. He's wearing his dapper-looking suit. And he'll start looking around. Just exploring.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Sorry, Blake was distracting me. Noah is there. Woo!
Do you want to describe Noah for those who have not met the
He's a Viking. At least he looks like one. Let me send you guys a picture. No, that's what I want. Hurry up. Food was spicy. My lips are burning.
Kai will kind of swing around the end of the counter, and he pulls out a number of drinking horns, and he says, "Well, I've been relatively quiet my first couple days of business, but I want to thank you all for stopping in and visiting. If you have any questions, let me know. All the relics and antiques in here are historically accurate. I've obtained them myself. All the craft goods we carry are made in-house, and they're made by traditional methods. Can I offer any of you a tea, mead? You have some vodka? If you're feeling rowdy.
Eli kind of perks up at the mead. He will order a mead.
And he brings over an actual traditional horn. It's full of a spiced mead. It's got a number of herbs to it, some hibiscus, some sort of almost like a peppery flavor to it. But it's a very traditional honey mead otherwise.
He will take it and he will take a drink of it first. He'll nod and take another drink. Very good. Very good.
One of my own recipes. They have fine-tuned, as it were.
He nods.
I grow the herbs in a small grow box in the back. Strictly natural, sunlight driven, but even here the off season can get a little finicky as opposed to other places. Not as bad as back in the Scandinavian regions, but enough that plants don't make it.
Well, if you find yourself with a particularly bad period of time, I myself know I have some tricks to help grow, and I know a couple others that might be able to help as well.
Well, should I find myself having difficulty, I'll keep that in mind.
Eli will offer a hand. My name's Eli.
I'm Kai. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. And he goes back to drinking the mead, which he seems to enjoy very much.
Kai will kind of loop around to the ladies present, or lady and gentleman present, excuse me, and ask if either of them would care for anything.
Surprise me.
Yeah. Kind of looks you up and down a little bit, and seeing somewhat of a similar heritage, he says, "I've got just the thing. Give me just a moment." He loops him back and starts digging under the counters and beneath the kegs and stuff. And he brings up a small, not even a keg, just a small, like, wooden bottle. And he says, "I've got just a thing from back in my homeland. It's Salmari." And he pours just a small glass of it and passes it over to you, and you can smell it's real peppery. You got a spice to it. And and a hint of like a black licorice flavor as well.
Good stuff.
The traditional recipe. He'll kind of mosey around a little bit and then head over to the loom and begin weaving for a bit. And he'll gesture across and say, if there's anything in particular that catches your attention, let me know. What brings you folks to the shop this evening? Just out and about?
Out and about. Hopefully, finding a gift for, haven't decided on anything in particular, but I thought, this could be interesting.
Well, gift is a difficult decision.
Ah, that it is. And for anyone who hasn't met Ailey, by the way, she has a very heavy Scottish accent, but Holly is not going to mess that up or try.
A gift for someone special, a friend, family.
A friend.
That, of course, impacts what type of gift. Many don't realize, but the giving of a gift is a careful and difficult matter. You are introducing to someone an object that will alter their fate. He looks at the loom and kind of gestures. He says, if we look at the loom as we weave, he picks up another colored yarn. He says, a gift is a new color introduced into the weft. Previously, the grays and whites and blues formed a sky pattern. If I am to introduce the yellow, I change that entire pattern. To introduce it carelessly is to destroy the entire tapestry's intent, derail the message. But if introduced at the appropriate time, with the appropriate approach, I change my gray and white cloudy sky into an overcast but sunlit morning.
Well put. Hmm. Looking for something different, not just some run of the mill type deal. Something that perhaps can't be found anywhere else.
Yeah, just kind of looks at you and chuckles, and he says, "Well, we've got an entire shop that meets that description." Everything in here is handmade by myself. Again, following methods and practices that are no longer utilized.
Yeah.
I have traditional blankets, often used in my homeland for shrouds in the cold winter, especially when coming from Sona to back to the homestead, or when traveling, they would be placed over the sleds where the children, elderly, or young animals would be riding. Much of my people were nomadic originally, and being a nomad in the north, a difficult feat.
Lovely. I'll have to continue looking about. It seems I have quite a choice to make.
Yeah, kind of gestures to the back. He says, "In back, I have handmade cutlery, as well as utility blades, knives, axes, hatchets. The
Ooh.
people of my homeland, as nomads, were forced to live off the land as part of the culture and lifestyle. A knife needed to be able to trim branches just as easily as it could fillet a fish or skin a small animal. A hatchet would be used to trim branches, but also fell small trees. It had to be used for shaping. Oftentimes they were forced to repair their sleds and the like, so it would have to be able to do fairly detailed work. Many carried nothing more than a single knife and a single hatchet for regular use. They would keep a spare, of course, at their sled, but the blades were also made with a blend of metals that tended to spark easily, serving as a convenient fire starter as well when needed.
Intriguing. I will definitely look into those.
Yes, the only question is your friendly short that would have more use for a knife, a hatchet, or a blanket?
I don't think a hatchet would be her calling. Perhaps a knife or a blanket.
The gestures and such, we additionally have some finer detail work done with the same or similar metals. Jewelry, silverware, cutlery.
I'll stick with knives for the time being and move on to jewelry.
Very good.
Gives him a nod and makes her way to go look at the items.
And he'll turn and, how about the rest of you folks? Anything in particular I can direct you to?
Eli kind of looks down at the mead. Can we order this stuff?
By the glass or the keg, but I ask if you buy the keg, don't drink it all here.
I can drink my fair share, but keg might be a little bit outside my capability at this time.
That was a hobby I picked up. Started with the gardening, of course, and beekeeping.
What, drinking them by the keg?
No, that came after. Crafting them came first. And of course, if you're going to make it, you must test it. Can't sell something without knowing if it's any good.
It's true.
And if one test is good, a dozen are better.
Yes, I think before it's done, I might order some to go.
That's certainly doable as well.
Tiger, was that a mech reference? As an MECC game company made something called the Blank Trail.
Saya continues to brown to wear around the wares, rubbing her, having her hand glide across the blankets as she does. She looks like the what you see in the picture. She's wearing a uniform from her college still, as she's just browsing the wares quietly.
And he'll turn towards you and kind of gesturing. Points to one of the blankets. He goes, "That's a pattern that my grandmother taught me. A number of different ones. Knotwork and weave work is not just simple craft work. In our homeland, it was a matter of faith as well. The patterns reflected your intent. Some blankets warded off cold, others evil spirits.
The texture isn't as bad either.
No, most of the yarns we use come from heavy sheep's wools. There's lots of reindeer furs that can be worked as well, although I often use the reindeer hides as a backing for heavier blankets.
Saya nods. Of which of your blankets do you have your best pride in your work in?
He kind of browses through them and he says, "Well, I would say that's a bit of a challenge to say, but he pulls one fairly brightly colored, and he says, "This one here, all of the dyes came from fruits that I grew myself. The yarns came from sheep grown by my family. And the pattern reflects both the northern lights, which were what guided and lit the trails of my people, as well as the bright reds to reflect the firelight, which provided, of course, warmth and light at night. This particular one is also significantly oversized, done to accommodate one who might be in a deeper winter and wishes to wrap it closer or around a group of people."
Saya walks over to the man as he's showcasing the blanket, and she just starts admiring and gets really close to the tapestry of it, admiring the work. I think I'll buy it.
He says, "Oh, I'm certainly pleased to hear it." And opening the storefront was a change for me. Most of my works were normally sold under reenactments, Renaissance fair type environments. I do historical reenactment. That's why I honed many of my skills.
I'm gonna have Adib arrive. I'm guessing just the assembled characters are there. Okay. As I approach, I'm probably going to switch out rings. The only person I recognize is Eli, obviously. I'm going to pop on Prime Sight and Spirit Sight.
Spirit Sight, I hear.
Well, Aura Sight. I already had Spirit Sight as I was approaching the place. That's one of my defaults.
Fair enough.
Basically, once I get close enough to see Eli, I'm like, okay, switch that out.
As Adib is approaching, he'll probably notice, like, kind of a, not quite decrepit, but a very old man, kind of making his way towards the tea shop. And if he listens closely, he seems to be mumbling something.
Adib will slow down and probably move to open the door for him. Best to respect your elders.
Would you like to make perception alertness to see if you can possibly see what he's mumbling?
Sure. Gotta double check. I think that's a pool of 4. I'm gonna double check.
Okay.
That is indeed a pool of 4. What's the diff?
6.
Okay. Bupkis.
Nothing. That is some crazy old dude mumbling something. Who knows? But he'll kind of nod, continue mumbling, and walk into the tea shop where he'll start perusing the selection.
Does he look at all strange under Prime or
Yes. That motherfucker a mage.
Cool. Emotional? Wait, no, not. Aura Sight gives you emotion stuff, right?
Yes.
Emotional standpoint?
Let me look up exactly what Orsite gives you, because it might give you something else about him. Currently, he's feeling calm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it.
Cool.
And his aura appears to be almost hypnotic and for calm colors.
Yeet.
Yeah.
I'll follow him inside.
Nick, oh, yeah. Yep, that's the summary. We're in a tea shop. Somebody noticed the crazy old man mumbling under his breath who also entered the tea shop. Go ahead and continue conversing whatever about it. Do you want to go ahead and Jazz? Alright, go for it.
We can't hear you. Like, I could barely hear that there was any audio coming from you.
That's because my mic was not in front of my face. Better? Okay. Jasmine will saunter up, probably a minute or two behind Adib. For those who haven't met her, she's an albino. She has white hair, pink eyes. The hair is very long. She'll walk behind him. So we're getting tea?
Apparently.
Okay.
Kind of looking around.
What are you looking at?
Kind of shrugs, like he's just more looking than anything else right now. He does nod towards Eli and the others present.
She waves.
Eli will nod back.
Man behind the counter kind of will loop around and ask if there's anything in particular you are looking for this evening.
Not in particular.
Well, we've got a fairly wide variety, all things considered. Shop includes woven crafts made by myself, as well as a number of hand-forged objects. I have my own teas, herbs that I've grown, a couple of liquors,
Perhaps some more calming variety.
I highly recommend the mead.
I'm not really looking to get, I did not come here for that particular advice. I was hoping more for just some calming tea.
He says, well, I have a number of varieties. Let's see if we can't find something that suits your mood in the evening.
Oh, and Tiger stepped away. Crud. I was going to ask if the old man was doing anything.
Do
There he
you
is.
have blueberry tea?
He kind of rummages around. He says, I have a blueberry with lemon balm.
Okay, that sounds good.
And the lemon balm gives it a nice acidity to offset the sweetness.
Okay, that sounds good. How does that work? Is it in the bag or is it Adib, what's that called when they do that?
I have loose leaf. I
There it is.
have bagged ground. I can brew up a glass now if you're looking to sample. I have some that's already brewed and chilled if you prefer iced.
I would simply take some, I believe bagged is easier for me to manage. I would likely just buy a box or a decent amount of it.
Is there like a spot where you guys could where you could sit and like order?
Yeah, he's got like a bar type setup at the counter. Like there's bar stools and there's a couple of tables, like bar high top tables.
Adib's actually going to just kind of. He looks at the old man again, just like raising an eyebrow slightly, looking him up and down. Not like trying to be rude about it or anything. He's just obviously curious. Are you here to buy tea as well, sir?
Are you talking to the old man?
Yes. Because I feel suicidal.
He will look in the eye and almost as if he's like halfway through the sentence. He'll say, well, not halfway through the sentence, halfway through a recitation. He'll say, 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer curled Casey's lip. And then he'll go back to looking down at the ground and mumbling under his breath.
Huh. But he still looks calm. Good. At least he's not one of the violent crazies that we know of.
Or so you think.
For now. 3 seconds later, utter rage.
Perception.
As everyone else is kind of milling around, Kai will slide around to the old man and offer him a glass of hot tea and kind of gesture to a stool, and he will say, Even with dirt on his shirt and a curled lip. Surely some tea good Casey could sip. Please join me, Elder One, and enjoy a glass of tea on the house.
What?
He was talking to the crazy old man.
Yep, that's what she said. She seems a little baffled.
That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches, black people there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of drum waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. And he'll go and sit down at the table.
Does the man look like he's been, like... Well, okay, first question. Does he stink? Does he seem like he's been living on the street for a while? Does he seem like he's just a normal old dude?
There's no strange sense coming off of him.
So probably not someone like a deep. Gotcha.
Saya throws up her hand. Hey, Kate, may I have a pot of dirty chai this way? She says as she points over to a table close, a bit away from the old man.
He turns back, slides back behind the counter, and without missing a beat, begins fixing a pot of tea. He brings it over and he says, "A pot of chai this way comes. But beware, lest it land a burn upon the tongue."
Saya nods. Well, thank you, good sir. And would I pay at the end, after I'm done, or would I pay now?
At the end, we'll be just fine, he says. After all, you might find something else to your liking as well, and I would hate for you to be troubled more than once.
Thank you, good sir, she says as she pours herself a cup of chai from the pot.
He says, "Is there anything else I can get you in the meantime?"
As of currently, no, but I will take a more look around your shops.
He gestures and he says, "Well, I'm pleased to hear that."
It's rare to run into a shop that's so eclectic as this one.
He gestures and he said, "Where I come from, all craft work is to be respected, and fundamentals underlie many of them. No craftsman is considered a craftsman if he only practices one craft, for it means he has not demonstrated a broadness of horizon. Those who have even if they have mastered a single craft, are considered but apprentices. For the opportunity remains for them to develop skills among so many others.
I mean, it shows in the work that you have here, she says, as she pets the blanket that she recently just purchased.
Yeah. Says, well, if I can get you anything else, do let me know. Meantime, I will leave you to your tea.
She smiles and as she sips on the chai.
Eli's keeping an eye on the eccentric old man.
And what's the setup? Little tables or?
They have like a bar/counter area, as well as a number of a couple of like high top pub tables.
Okay. Is there open space next to the old man?
I would think so. I don't think anyone else has claimed it.
Okay. Jasmine will move and sit next to him.
He will probably select the tea he was going to get, buy it, and then he's probably just going to pay and like he's still learning the currency, but he clearly has enough to pay for it. Pays for it and then takes a seat, probably on the other side of Jasmine.
The man will take a sip from the tea and say, "The sneer is gone from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go, and now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow." And as he says the word blow, there will be twin crack from above, outside the tea shop, maybe 3-4 buildings over.
Twin cracks, like loud noises.
Crack. Yeah.
He'll get up and start heading towards the door.
Saya jumps from the noise as she looks around befuddled.
Ailey kind of glances in the direction of the door, hearing the sound.
I mean, Adib's going to open the door and look outside in the vague direction of the noise.
As soon as you open the door, you'll see middle-aged man on the ground in front of you. Two almost cylindrical, but not quite object, dark gray, laying on the ground. covered in what appears to be blood. If you look at the man, you'll notice like a hole going straight through his head. Very small one.
He did. I will, of course, make an intelligence medicine roll to be sure that he is dead and that the cause was the holes in his head.
Go for it.
Oh, jeez. If
Tiger, stupid question time.
So,
At level 4 life, am I at the point where I can actually bring him back or no?
I don't believe so. However, you may not need to bring him back depending on the result of like medicine rolls or life checks.
Yeah.
I need to know the difficulty for the medicine roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll say it's a diff 7.
Cool. 3 successes.
2 successes.
Primitive medicine strikes again.
He's not dead. He's dying, but
Okay. And I'm just going to look and be like, I really don't have the time for this.
Get him in here.
Drag.
Get him in here and give me cover.
Drag.
Jasmine
First
will
I-
watch the door.
First, I'm going to.
Haley watches him dragging a body through.
First, I'm going to roll blatancy for those who might not necessarily believe. It's manipulation and blatancy. My guile still works on that, right?
correct.
So, oh my god. Dang, those 10s get gotten rid of. Oh well, 2 successes.
2 successes.
And I shall use healing magic. That's heal others, so life 3, right?
Yep.
So there are witnesses, but it's under blatancy, so is it without witnesses effectively?
I mean, everybody in here is special.
Yeah.
Relevant question, Tiger.
Yes.
At the time that I did my medicine check, I still had my prime sight up, and still do.
Correct.
Was there any trace of a magical effect upon the man's person or on the... did you say there were casings or no?
Yeah, there were. I was describing them in a vague way because Adi may not necessarily know what those are. That makes sense.
He still doesn't.
So-
No one's really explained guns to him yet.
Okay, so personal and unique foci, using Quint, and willpower. Yeah. So it's difficulty 4. Three successes. Actually, 4. Three successes.
You spent the willpower?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I thought I heard you say. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll... The wound in his head heals up. You don't have to worry about any objects getting stuck in there during the healing, because 1, magic, 2, the casings are clearly outside. And he kind of like... His eyes kind of spread open and kind of gasps like, what just happened? Where am I? Who are you people?
Well,
And,
you're in a tea shop.
After he asks these questions, the old man will say, oh, somewhere in this favored land the sun is shining bright. the band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light, and somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children. There is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. And then he will just simply almost fade away. Strange.
Adib's going to actually gauge the man on the ground's reaction to a guy just disappearing.
He's shocked as fuck.
I think you took a blow to the head.
I am a doctor. Is his wound completely healed, or
There's, like, it's not completely healed. You did get the majority of it. And in game terms, he'd still have, like, 2 lethal on him.
okay?
But that's way better than being DED dead.
Yeah.
Did anyone know that man? Just out of curiosity.
I didn't recognize him.
Never seen him before. Yeah.
Adib's not sure what to say because this seems to be something that like other people usually want to deal with. His version doesn't leave much for subtlety.
Eli is actually after finishing that. Eli is going to. Is the doorway covered and like kind of obscured from the public in general?
I mean, it's a porch, like a front entryway.
Would it be difficult for the general public to see somebody doing something in the doorway?
Probably.
All right, then I am going to use my tattoo's time effect to try to figure out exactly what happened and where it came from. Tiger?
Sorry, I blanked out for a second. I'm terribly sorry. What did you say?
Eli is going to go towards the doorway and use the cover of the doorway to look at the place where the body had originally landed, and use the effects, one of the effects of my tattoos, to figure out exactly what happened and where it came from.
Okay, go for it.
You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 2, so 5, it's not unique, so that's stiff 3. That's 4 successes.
Okay. 1 second. So you see the man. He's kind of walking down the street. Seems to be maybe going going home after work or something. He's got his suitcase in hand and everything. Then you hear the cracked shots, and one bullet hit him in the back of the head, and then as he's falling, the second bullet come down and go through the exact same hole, and then he hits the ground. Yeah, that's all you see from that scene.
Okay, so how I visualize it in Ian's head, and I don't know if it works with you as the storyteller, but I kind of visualize it like how I see it is kind of like a 3D reenactment of the scene that happens in front of me.
Okay.
Do I get a trajectory of where the bullets came from? And can I postulate where it, the location from that trajectory?
That would probably take more sphere.
Sorry?
Take more sphere usage. You probably need forces and correspondence to figure where they're coming from.
I have correspondence, and I have 1 dot of forces.
Okay, I'll say that's enough. That should be fine. If you want to go ahead and roll those, go for it.
Okay. Rolling it together, right, as well as one effect?
Yeah.
Looks like 3 successes.
Okay. So they're coming from a building a little way further down the street, very high up on the building, like not somewhere the general public should have access to. There's a black-clad figure, very pale. He looks like a fucking poster model for Hot Topic way back in the day when they were actually like goth and emo and shit. Right?
Okay, he will tell the others where the shot came from and describe the individual.
Interesting.
I mean, this seems to be a trend. This is, what, the 3rd time in as many days? I think we should go check it out.
What kind of trend?
So the 3rd person to get shot down in this manner?
Oh, I think I heard something about that. Okay, where are we going?
Yes, it is troubling.
He'll literally point at the building in question.
Give me a perception alertness, everybody who's gonna go check it out. Check it out.
Perception alert.
Did anyone ever pick up the casings, by the way?
Nobody declared it.
Well,
Why were the casings near the body and not at the
oh,
gunfire
that's
point?
what Ailey's gonna do.
Because I don't understand guns,
That's what
John.
you said. That's.
The fucking bullets, alright?
I remember them being mentioned. That's why I asked.
No, that's
Yeah.
Bullets, he meant. I was like, what? I was just rolling with what Tiger said.
What's the diff?
Perk alert, you said? At
Yeah,
8?
perk alert difficulty 6.
6? Oh, okay. For some reason I heard 8.
I'll go with letting you make a roll.
I pick up a large hammer before I leave.
Nothing. I am also totally clueless. He's not
You
paying
pick
attention
up
to
a lot of what, John? Sorry?
I'm bringing my hammer with. Someone just got shot.
Oh, fair. I thought
Also,
you
you
said
don't
you
need
were
a-
picking up a bunch of ammo, and I
No,
was like, what the fuck?
but there's this neat thing where you don't need a permit to carry a hammer.
It's true.
You just get a bunch of MC Hammer jokes.
I mean,
Well,
That's
you
a
get
permanent
one.
and then everyone learns really quick.
He's too legit to quit.
Okay, has everybody rolled that wants to roll?
Has.
I'm waiting on Discord to stop being stupid.
Fair enough. Riley was busy picking up the bullets to notice, I guess.
Right?
Deeb's just not paying attention tonight.
No, Elio was trying to figure out how bullets turned into casings as they.
Magic. I ain't gotta explain shit.
Bullets, snack time.
Alright.
I had 2 successes.
Those who got successes. Wow, there's a really goth dude, kind of tall, carrying a very large duffel bag on his back, furiously bicycling away.
Bicycling?
Yeah.
Does anyone point it out?
Yeah.
How
Oh
fast
yeah.
is he bicycling?
Like, way faster than he should be.
Okay.
Is
Go ahead.
Sorry, I should clarify. Way faster than he should be from a physical standpoint, not a legal standpoint.
I mean that too. No, I'm just kidding.
Also that, but it's implied.
Oh, this could be fun. His tires. Yeah, can I use matter to make them go flat?
You can try.
Cool.
If that fails, I've got something stored up, but I'll actually go. I will just say I'm holding action, essentially. I don't think we're in initiatives or anything, but I'll hold action until everyone else has had a chance to do shit.
Okay.
Okay, I got 4 successes.
Okay.
Figure I'm gonna run after him.
Okay. Sounds good. 1 second.
Hopefully the insta flat
Haley-
tire. Hopefully the insta flat tires help slow them down for you.
No, because Ailey saw nothing before.
Somebody pointed him
She's,
out, I believe.
Oh, they did?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. She kind of looks at the bullet and back at the dude riding the bike. Goody.
So,
I'm like, I would like to try to curse the guy, but I'm having difficulty trying to figure out how to do so. I'll be honest. I've been sitting here reading in the background.
I'm looking
Oh,
at
you're
it
fine.
up for you. Don't worry.
What is your practice / paradigm? Like, what's your belief system?
He doesn't have one.
she's playing a sorcerer.
Ah, even better.
Okay.
Because I've been looking at this and I've been reading it, hence why I haven't been saying much. But I'm like, I am still not understanding this.
Yeah, it is fairly complicated, but well, according to this, the only way the guy gets a chance to resist it is if he's a supernatural being and is aware he's being hexed. Or, if he's a mage and has like entropy shields or other crazy shit.
Mages don't ever use shields.
Oh,
Shield? What are those?
Why would we do something like that? Jesus, that'd be dumb.
Shields are for cowards. Are you a coward? I'm not a coward.
Okay, fast casting a spell like that is actually going to take, from what I'm reading here, multiple rounds. You could just start off with 1 round, and depending on how many successes you pull up, you could decide to just basically let it go with 1, or you could keep charging. Based on what I'm reading here.
I mean, I can definitely get started on that, but how exactly does one start?
The difficulty is, according to this,
You come up with an effect in your mind and you focus on it, I guess.
the difficulty, it says here, basic difficulty is 4 plus the level of the effect you're attempting to use. So whatever your level of fortune is. If you're trying to go for, if you're not holding anything back and you're like, yeah, I want to hex him as best I can. So 4 plus the highest level of your fortune. Unless you want to go for a lesser version. If you want to go for the highest level of fortune, though, that's going to take 3 rounds.
I probably wouldn't do the highest, but I definitely would not do the beginning.
Okay.
So I guess I'd be out for 2.
So it'd be difficulty 6. Roll manipulation plus intimidation and spend 1 willpower to the whole thing.
Yes, I'm spending the willpower, manipulation, and intimidation. Okay. And what was the difficulty?
6.
1. I have 5 successes.
Nice. Plus the 3 that you have for dots in the path, I believe. So that's.
I think I have 3 in it, or I thought I had 2. Let me double.
At one point you had 3. If you changed it, I don't know.
I don't think I have, but
I could be wrong.
I just need to find it.
Whatever your path rating is, that gives you additional
No, it's 2. So it'd be 5. So 7 successes.
Yeah, and then you just divvy them up. If you've got the book open where you're looking at the aspects, you just divvy them up in there. 1 success. Based on what Tiger and I were looking at earlier, I think the first success just basically means you get 1 point for target and then 1 point for duration. Then everything after that is just put the points wherever you want them. Except you're doing level 2, so you kind of can't go too high. You're going to be like, 1 point to duration, 1 point to target. Well, it's not going to be. Oh yeah, no, 2 points would actually work. 'Cause that'd be 1 poorly defined target. You don't know that dude's name.
Yeah.
So, and then 2 points of duration. The effect could last for a full day. 2 points to severity, which could be a lasting inconvenience or an injury or some minor disadvantage. So you're not going to kill him or anything, but he could sprain his ankle or something equally serious.
Yeah, because I'm going for extreme. I'm trying to do clumsiness AF.
That's level 2.
So you let the effect off. It goes off at the same time that Eli's goes off. So yes, his tires do in fact go flat, and then he hits a pothole.
Lucky him.
Unlucky him, you mean?
So he goes flying forth from his bike, and Kai is currently running after him. It's pretty easy to catch up to him at this point.
Okay.
I will need a perception awareness from Kai.
Well, he's rolling that. When dude goes down, I will proceed forward into having Kai. Once the guy, of course, shady bitch.
1 success on my awareness check.
Oh, good. That's very okay. So for a very brief flash, actually, I'm gonna PM it to you, John.
OC John, are there any mirrors in this place?
In the shop, there's I'd say there's probably some.
Okay. That works. Thank you.
Okay, PM sent to you, John.
So everyone else besides Deeb is outside.
Yeah.
Eli's not quite outside. He's in the doorway.
Okay. Jasmine's gonna move back in and look into a mirror.
Amir?
A mirror.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant Amir, the name.
Sorry.
Tiger, I'm gonna grapple him. He's on the ground, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get behind him and just basically tackle him and grapple him, or dive on him, I should say.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's strength plus brawl. Roll.
At a lower diff because he's prone and not at all expecting it.
So that'd be a -2 difficulty.
Yes, sir.
For 6 dice. Did 4 successes, and I'm gonna try and actually I don't. It's basically I'm going for a submission, so I want to actually do damage with it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Strength damage.
Yes.
I assume bashing.
Yeah, it's
I'm basically crushing him.
right. Just basically going for what kind of submission are you going for?
Since I just have general hand-to-hand, I don't have any specific maneuver. I'm just I tackled him, I got my arms around him, and I'm just trying to get his arms crushed against his sides and basically a big bear hug type.
Gotcha.
Eli will run up and separate the guy from the oversized duffel bag, if he can.
Damn, I was trying to do.
Is it possible, Tiger, or is it tangled in?
It's kind of, given where Kai is at, it's kind of tangled all up in the thing and stuff.
Is it a bag that has a detachable thing you carry it with? I'm thinking on the word.
The handle?
Handle, yeah, that's all.
No, but one end does seem held together by duct tape.
Okay, I will just use brute strength to tear it then.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength roll.
Oh, it's not a botch.
That's some pretty durable duct tape. Holy shit.
It's Gorilla Tape.
It is.
I will try again, though, at a higher difficulty, if that's okay.
I think it's Darkring duct tape.
Sorry, is that all right with you, Tiger?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that time is 2 successes.
Okay. So you get an okay tear going. It's gonna be better. It's probably to where you could slip it off of him. You yank pretty hard one more time.
All right, I'll do that then.
It tears asunder. You're able to separate the bag from within the mix.
I don't know what to do now. He's literally going to drop the bag and basically stand on it.
Okay.
Well, with one foot.
Ailey just kind of looks at him as he's standing on the bag. You might just want to take that back in. She motions back towards the shop.
You got him covered?
Mm-hmm.
Eli will pick it up and run for the shop.
Tiger, is the guy like struggling?
Yeah, he's struggling.
I'm gonna headbutt him in the face.
All right, go ahead and roll that dex roll.
Nice.
Ian, I need you to do a dex athletics roll.
You need me to do a Dex Athletics roll?
Yep.
Okay. Is it an attack of some sort coming in at me?
Yes. I've already accounted for the special effect that you have up.
Tiger. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Seven at diff 3.
Tiger, do I have a reduced difficulty because I haven't grappled?
Yes, you do.
2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 3 successes.
Okay. So you managed to narrowly avoid the bike that seems to have reinflated its tires somehow, coming in and trying to body slam's not exactly the correct word, but bike tackle you.
God.
The words nobody has ever thought they would hear. The bicycle is trying to bicycle tackle somebody.
That thing possessed.
Okay.
Tiger, what would that damage be for a headbutt? Strength or strength +1 or?
Yeah, I'll say strength +1. Headbutts are pretty fucking nasty.
Especially if your head's pointed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 4, which should be a total of 8 bashing damage. Unless you
Oh no, he soaked from the last one.
What the hell?
Dog is freaking out. And he
Hey,
actually
nice.
What are you doing to it?
The dog is being nice enough
Alright,
to.
Ian, stop.
Sorry.
Let's stay on topic, please. So I had to explain it before the scene, and people are still fucking making jokes. Alright, so he managed to soak the headbutt. He is going to attempt to break free of the grapple.
Do it like an opposed strength roll.
Yes.
Two successes.
He got... He got 3 successes.
Okay. So he at least broke loose.
What?
I said so he would have broke loose. I only had 2.
If he tries to break loose, Ailey's gonna go in and have Kai's back and try to stop him from getting away. Is he down on the ground?
Yeah, he's still gonna have to take a turn to get up.
Okay, so is Ailey able to put her boot in his back without kicking Kai? In his back.
You can make the dex brawl.
All right, and I believe that's 7. A willpower here. No,
What's that?
it's a diff 7 if I recall to kick him.
Oh, yeah,
Technically, they're
kicks
fine
are-
to kick.
Yeah, kicks
So
are
I'm
based also
dropping-
from.
I am dropping a willpower on top of this dice roll. So I have 2 successes with the willpower.
Go ahead and roll damage. I think kicks are strength +1.
Um, Ooh, Mike, this is gonna be an epic roll.
I believe in you. Don't forget, you can spend the blood. You have that discipline.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I do have potence.
Ah, shit, I could have done that.
Yeah, and that's right. 1s don't count on damage either, so I have 1 success. My big
Yeah,
bad boot. That's great, Tiger. I do like to see additional without handles.
What's that?
Well, we used to call our Shih Tzu Terrier the mop without a handle,
Right.
and it looks like your guy there is a little bit of a mop without a handle too.
He's an old boy. So are you kicking for damage or kicking to just knock his bitch ass back to the ground? Or
Just
both?
down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you spend that blood?
I didn't. I should have, but I didn't because I had it done before I had the roll done before I thought about it.
Fair enough. I'm gonna say he'll get an athletics roll to avoid getting knocked down. But it'll be at a higher diff because he's got to contend with you kicking him and Kai also trying to get on him.
All right.
Tiger, you saw my message about what you guys doing, right? Still working his way to the shop.
Okay, gotcha. Alright. He gets knocked back to the ground. He's kind of grumbling under his breath. Does anybody around him speak Greek?
Nope.
Negative.
So he's just kind of mumbling some gibberish.
The best around. Sorry. So who all did not leave the shop, by the way?
Jasmine came back inside and is staring into a mirror.
And did Rose, Paige, did your character
She's still just right outside the shop. She's not inside.
she just basically stepped outside, did the hex, and just stands there and watches.
I mean, she's invested now.
Oh, no, I know. I understand. I'm just saying she stayed there. She didn't
Yes.
go further. She didn't come back inside. Gotcha. Okay.
Is the bike continuing to come after me, Tiger?
Yeah, it's still coming after you.
Words I thought I'd have to say.
I got sorry, go ahead.
So I will need another Dex Athletics check from you.
Okay.
I had a funny question, Tiger. How far down the road did all this happen, and how much commotion is it causing?
Not terribly far down the road, and there are people coming out of their house to investigate what's going on.
I got 5 successes.
Okay. Go ahead and make another one, please.
Three successes.
Okay. So you managed to avoid the bike, and then also a skateboard that some kid was riding and fell off of that happened to go rolling by. Um, would anybody else like to do anything since he's back on the ground?
Saya's just kind of.
Adib's actually. Oh no. Let's suffice to say, I would assume normally my character would be engaging the shooting victim in dialogue, but I'm not going to interrupt. Obviously, what's going on? Just deal with that later. You know, I don't want to interrupt. Besides, rounds being as short as they are, he wouldn't get much conversation in.
He's still kind of freaking out too.
That too.
Is dude officially subdued?
What's up?
I think she was asking.
Is dude officially subdued?
Yeah, since his attempt has failed, he's not really fighting back at this point.
Okay. She will look at kind of do with him.
He says, well, I can't very well leave him here.
Sorry.
She pulls off her belt and uses it to at least tie the wrap the dude, tie him in it so it's easier.
Oh, one relevant question, Tiger.
So,
dude who is no longer dying, prime-wise, is he a normal human?
yes.
Same as Spirit or Orisight.
Yeah, he's just a regular dude.
Jesus.
Who's having himself a real bad day.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. One could argue he's having a very good day because he's going to survive this.
That is a valid point.
A good day would have been not get shot in the head.
Yeah,
Just putting that out there.
like. The man on the ground who is now tied up with a belt is still grumbling.
When I get in the shop, I close the door so the bike doesn't, or at least it should slow the bike down.
You hear thunks as the bike continues to pound on the doors.
What is at the door?
The bike would like in. Don't let it in. It's not an indoor bike.
You are saying that thing he was riding is at the bike?
Yes.
And it's doing what?
Currently, it appears to be knocking to get in.
I'm going to stand up, walk away from the dude on the ground, look out the window.
There's a door ramming into the door. Or there's a bike ramming into the door.
No, there's a door ramming into the door now.
Everybody sees something different.
Looks like a door to me. Looks like a bike. He's just gonna like look at the bike. Prime site, is it enchanted or something?
That bike is a familiar.
Oh dear. I'm gonna put on spirit speech ring.
Okay.
And spirit sight. That would be. Do I recognize? Is it a spirit?
Yes.
I'm going to speak to it through the window. Yes, can we help you?
Gun. Gotta get the gun. Give me the gun. Gotta get the gun. Gun. Give me the gun. Give me the gun.
I'm going to look back at Eli. Do you have a gun?
Does the duffel bag feel like it's a gun?
That's pretty gun-like.
I suspect that I have the gun that the guy that our friends are taking care of shot that guy with.
Adib's not even going to comment about the fact that we're saying all this in front of the guy. He's just like, no, yep, not my problem. He's like, I am not staying to clean this mess up. It's okay. Instead, he's just going to look and be like, oh, I should ask, is the gun enchanted?
Yes.
Is it what you would call a wonder?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact.
Be like, that is a very important thing. Looks out through the window again. Why do you need it? Or are you getting it for someone else?
He just continues repeating,
Give me the
the
gun.
gun. Gotta get the gun. Give me the gun.
I'm just going to look at my ring and be like, do you want a bike to play with? I mean, I don't know, but
Can you? I don't want to deal with spirit today. Oh.
I take it there's no meh.
There's in fact no yeah.
Just tell it away. I don't want to injure it today.
This isn't a motorcycle, right? It's just a regular bicycle.
Yeah, it's a bicycle.
And it's not super strong or anything, or else it would have already knocked down the door.
Could be a very strong door.
That's a valid point.
I'm going to stoke my forge fires.
Okay.
Nope, I got nothing. I'm just gonna just sit there and wait. Sorry. However, I assume Paige had to come back inside or step out of the way since the bike is now assaulting the doorway.
Yes, this is true.
Would she have stepped to the side or come back inside?
I probably would have gone inside if a bike was chasing somebody inside a building.
That's fair. Kick it in the spokes. God damn. Everyone just like gathers around the bike and starts kicking it.
Yeah, Eli is going to take out his phone. And he's going to... do the Verbena have anybody around that deals with awakened bicycles?
No. No, they do not.
Or spirit-infested bicycles?
Except for maybe the dude that was riding it.
Yeah, they typically are not super crazy into that.
Oh.
You need a dream speaker.
Back to somebody that does.
I mean, who are you texting?
The next guy down from the Elder, because I'm assuming the Elder doesn't have ready access to a cell phone.
Okay.
Or if he does,
What are you texting?
the Elder.
He does not. What are you texting?
We have a issue with a rogue bicycle. We believe it to be... he's trying to explain the situation without actually, utilizing words that might be detrimental to us if found by somebody else.
All right. I'll post the next guy's response in the side chat for you.
Okay.
I actually just got an evil idea, Tiger. There's prime energy animating that spirit and bike, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna look at the ring and be like, "Kid, you're still hungry, right? Maybe."
Mm.
And you'll hear the voice say, I could eat.
How about you just drain that bike of all its excess energy? That way it's not bothering us and you get a free meal.
Who's got spirit side up?
Me.
You do?
I had to switch it to
Alright.
talking bike.
That's fair. So you'll see your genie in the spirit world go forth and try to fight the spirit of the bike.
And then it kicks
I'm
him.
not sure I can wrap my head around what I just heard.
I love Mage.
Eli will look at his cell phone and look up and go, somebody just tear the wheels off of the thing.
Funny you should mention that.
Before I have to melt it down for scrap metal. Because Eli has experience melting down things.
Bike's like, you haven't seen my final form, the dirt bike.
Nicholas understands me.
Oh God, not the moped.
No, you fool, it's a Vespa.
Shit.
It's Harley Davidson.
Oh,
The genie will come back shortly afterward. Not worth it.
fair enough. Figured it out. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to do this the sad way. Now, how much attention has been drawn to our door with a bike trying to get in?
I mean, there's sirens and shit coming in the background. There's a gunshot. It's going down on fucking whatever street this is. People are coming to investigate. A lot of things going on.
I'm
Yeah,
going
what do those of us outside see being as we're out there?
Oh, wow.
I'm just going to look at Paige's character and be like, if we let it sit out there, it's going to draw more attention. I think the best course of action would be to let it in, and then I stop it from doing anything.
Saya
My job. That's all you
is
guys.
just like her eyes just go wide, and she just backs away from the door and like starts climbing up on the stool to get to the top of the bar.
It might actually be safer if you opened the door and hid behind it.
She just shakes her head. I'm happy right where I am. Right here is good.
No one else wants to open the door.
Kyle look at you and go, "You open the door. I have a hammer and a fire."
And I have a dagger.
You slash its tires, maybe.
I already popped its tires. They grew back.
Right.
Oh, to hell with it. He opens the door and takes a shot.
Alright.
My character's not known for patience. I'm sorry.
True crime, LA, London. Today, the murder of the bike.
A deep
All
bike
right.
murderer.
Give me a dex melee roll, which will be opposed by its dex brawl roll.
Nice.
There's the dexterity of a bike.
A lot in this case.
Not much, but its brawl is pretty good.
Is the bike green by chance? Will we not like this bike when it's green?
No, it's not green.
What'd
Does
you
it
roll?
have cards in the spokes?
It does.
Oh, Christ.
I think you rolled something about the diff for knives was lower or something.
It's difficulty 4 for a knife.
Okay, going with that. Making a slice.
Mike got 2 successes.
I got 3.
Oh man. You managed to hit it. It doesn't hit you. Roll your strength +1.
Ag. One.
The bike soaked 2.
Dang it.
Oh God!
Jesus.
Ag.
Tiger, can I attempt to throw it in the fire? Or
You
Yeah, it
gotta
seemed like
pick it.
pick it up? I can
Yeah.
attempt to, right?
You can definitely attempt to pick it up.
Well, that to be a grapple check.
Yes.
Everybody grapple with the bike.
This is one of the most horrifying encounters I've ever seen.
I just can't imagine a
So
bike
bad.
attacking people. I'm like, oh God.
I mean, you could hex them.
I
You could hex
I,
them.
I just have this suspect that Tiger was watching a movie or reading a book called Christine.
So the dude that was riding the bike, Ailey is gonna kind of look at him and be like, "Call your toy off."
Oh, Kai just picked it up. I don't know
Right?
if I can
Okay.
put it into the fire right away or not, but
How many successes did you get?
I had 2.
You beat it by 1.
Woo.
Finally, the man will look up at you and laugh and say, "You think I'm the one in control of that thing?"
You were riding it.
We're partners.
Oh. All right.
Kai is going to hold it in the fire and begin hammering on it.
Okay.
Ooh. That agony.
Tiger, you want me to just roll the melee attack first?
Yes.
Technically, that's his
All right.
instrument here.
Going to do something. Dude.
Alright, Dex melee.
I just realized there is something I can do, Tiger.
What's it?
I'll wait, don't worry.
Is it the gun?
No.
You gotta get.
It's better than that. What do I do when I burn things on a daily basis?
Oh, okay. I see.
Tiger, can I assume diff 4 because I have it held?
Yeah.
That's going to be a big old 5 successes to hit it.
Yeah.
What's the damage on a
Managed
large
to hit it.
hammer?
A large hammer? I believe they are strength. Let me look. Hang on. I know there's stats for it.
Yeah, I got the table here. I don't see a hammer. Oddly. The axe is strength +3.
That sounds appropriate. That seems good.
Alright, so strength is 4, +3 is 7, +4 successes rolls over. That is
That's a lot of dead bike.
11 d10. Horrible roll. I did get 5 egg damage.
Oof.
Also, however, that was my the use of the hammer was my instrument for a matter 2 prime 2 effect to begin reshaping this thing.
Okay.
So that should be diff 5. Diff
I believe so.
Wait, so you're doing matter 2 prime 2 to reshape and soften it?
Yes.
Okay.
As he's literally forging it.
Whereas I would be doing it just to cause it to start melting away.
He's actually shaping it with his hammer blows, basically. So, Tiger, I had 3 successes to begin reshaping this thing.
Okay. That's probably enough just for the bike. What are you reshaping it into?
Sorry. What is just like the random human dude doing when all this is going on?
He's just kind of watching it, shaking his head.
Disbelief
We did
of what
tell
he's
him
seeing.
Did tell him he took a blow to the head.
Right?
Oh wait, are you talking the regular dude? My bad.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the
that guy's-
dude that got shot.
Oh yeah, that dude's freaking the fuck out. He's got like a million questions. He's asking them a mile a minute. Nobody can really understand what he's saying 'cause he's speaking so fast.
Tiger, I'm reshaping it into like a lawn chair frame.
Okay.
Then it has no mobility.
You're giving it legs.
I am fixed legs. No hinges.
Magic. Tiger, have those sirens arrived yet?
They're getting closer. Response time in this area is a little slow.
I'm just gonna look at the man and just be like, Like this. Look at the others and be like, is anyone planning on helping with this, or?
Ailey's kind of got her a grip on the shooter.
Can't Saya walks to like the normal human guy that's like freaking out, and snaps at him, telling him to shut up, and I'm trying to intimidate him to do so.
Okay, go ahead and give me a manipulation intimidation. Difficulty will be 4 because he's already freaking out, and his willpower is pretty low regardless.
Yeah, Tiger side shot.
Okay, are you trying to be sneaky about it?
Yeah, I think I will.
Go
Well,
and roll dex.
Distracted.
Go and roll dex stuff.
And my intimidation is like shit pantsing fear. Will that go with what I'm trying to do?
Yeah, that'll. Not that you really need it with all those successes, but
5.
Jesus, and those 10, some of those 10s double. So yeah, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're all successes. So 8,
That's
9,
7.
10. So it's 10 successes,
Wait.
right? If it's 8, if I roll 8 dice and all. No, I'm missing one. It is
Well, no,
6. No, shit.
No, sorry. Wait,
Nine.
that
9
is
9. Yeah, 9.
sorry. That's 4 successes.
for your stealth roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for the intimidation roll, it was 9 successes.
yeah, no, he shuts up.
There may or may not be an odor emanating from him now.
Wearing brown pants.
Is now.
And she looks up at Abby and he's like, better?
A little. Until those noises arrive, and then they'll be, they tend to get involved. I hear it's not the best. Isn't there anyone else in this city who knows how to, just tidy things up like this?
Huh.
Kyle turn around and he'll go, I got a hammer.
I'd prefer
Not.
not to have his blood on my hands.
They have
That's
fire
also-
too.
That's also a little extreme.
Mm.
You ask for solutions.
Humane ones, if possible. Is there no one that you? Is there no one that any of you know who has the ability to, perhaps make him forget?
Kai just holds the hammer up.
Again, extreme solutions.
A
That's also-
light tap. Everyone knows concussions cause short-term memory loss. No need to be a doctor for that. Kyle set down the hammer in the lawn chair frame. He's going to set it inside of a wooden crate. So on the off chance it does somehow have some other strangeness happening, will hopefully be mitigated. And he will walk over to his apothecary cabinet and begin digging through it.
I really gotta get to sleep. I just realized how late it was. Shit. Hey, Tiger.
Oh.
Time-wise, I really got to bounce at this point. So,
Okay.
I got to bow.
Oh, man,
Adib
you're
will
good.
just. Adib will probably just depart at some point. If anyone else wants to leave with him, he'll try and get them out of there. You know. I mean, yeah. Okay. Catch you guys later. Thanks for seeing.
See ya.
Thanks.
Peace. She kind of glances at the human dude. I might have something that I can do with him. But she glances at and she kind of glances at the other dude that was working with the bike. Question do you do with this one?
Hmm. I mean, he shouldn't be able to get anywhere too far. He's in. I'm sure he wouldn't want to try anything with a room full of people who's going to stop him regardless. Isn't that right? She glances at the biker.
He says nothing.
See, he understands. She says as she herself walks towards them. Oh, and by the by, something I did forget to mention about her, she is short. Like she has the short flaw. She's pretty damn short. She's
Mhm.
like 4'6".
What are you doing when you make your way over there?
I'm sorry.
What are you gonna do when you get over there?
I just put my hand on his shoulder. Just not gripping too tight or anything, but just enough to let him know that you better not.
So Ailey kind of she's gonna pull a phone out of her pocket and make a call. And what it sounds like is she's calling in for cleanup, you know, to an extent on the dude's end. Like, you know, we got a situation. It's a break. We need to get them out of here, etc.
Okay. You'll get a response saying that they have a spot to meet them, and then they will take care of the problem.
Very well.
Tiger, I'm going to mix a tea from a couple different herbs and bring it to him.
Okay.
And it will consist of a number of different herbs that have mind-affecting properties, hallucinogenics, that sort of thing. Basically, it's a homeopathic roofie.
Gotcha. Did you do your pharmacopoeia?
I did. I had 2 successes.
Okay. So you make an all right concoction.
And I'll bring it over and tell him he should drink that. It will help him to clear his head, and then we can discuss what exactly happened and how he came to have been attacked.
Okay. He'll just kind of nod, his eyes going fearfully from you to Saya, to you to Saya. Take the tea and sip at it.
You know what? Haley's gonna kind of sit down and look at the dude. I think you're gonna be all right, man.
Yeah, you think so?
I do. I'll make sure you get home all right. How's that sound? When all this is over.
That'd be nice.
She looks at everybody else as if to see if anyone has any objections.
Saya shrugs.
Excellent.
So, does anybody have a spirit side up?
That's the
Still
left.
open the door.
Nope. Obviously not.
Right.
Now that would be a feat.
There's a couple paths, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not of necromancy, mind you, but
Right.
Closest I can get is Wraith Sight.
okay. Alright. Well, that's fun. So what is everybody doing at this point?
Well, what are we gonna do with this guy? She points at the shooter.
Saya just like, I didn't really think that far. I just thought you guys had the plan. I was just hoping.
So, no plan for him then? She kind of smirks.
Yeah. Kyle say, well, I guess we start by binding him and have him running amok.
It seems like she may have a different plan.
Whatever her
Aelia
plan
just-
is, I'm sure having him shackled would help.
She kind her grin just kind of twists into something not very as she licks her lips. Does anyone need him for anything?
I mean, he's indicated he's pretty belligerent when it comes to questioning. To be fair.
We have a back room him and I can borrow.
He'll gesture way out in the back.
Excellent. And she'll grab the belt that she had, her belt that she's bound his hands in, and lead him to the back.
Alrighty.
So it's definitely like uncomfortable / flabbergasted because she's thinking something different.
And because I'm kind of an evil, horrible individual.
Lies.
Alrighty. So what's Kylie doing, huh?
Yep, she's just sinking her dulled bite fangs into his throat.
Going for damage or for blood? Oh wait.
Yes.
So how much are you draining?
Well, I mean, if we don't need him anymore, I'll just drain what I can. I think I'm only low on let's see the last one. 2 or 3 blood points. But
You can always spend blood to get the full amount.
that's true. I'll this motherfucker.
Alright. So you are draining him?
Dex roll.
All right.
Or no.
Yeah,
Huh?
you'll need to make the, I think it's Dex roll.
Yep.
I'm not going to make you grapple him because he's already bound.
Exactly. I need to
Roll. Oh, sorry.
epic dice pool here.
You could always spend a blood for potence. Oh wait, I won't help on the hit.
Right. Excuse me. Well, I have 2 to hit.
Alright.
And yeah. I'm gonna spend whatever I need to and then suck him dry
Okay. So yeah, that's
to drain him.
probably a few minutes later. That is an exsanguinated corpse right there. There's missing blood.
She'll make sure to clean it up, make sure the wound is invisible.
Okay. All right.
And there's a. If I recall mention of there being a fire in here
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, he has a legitimate forge fire going.
Exactly. She's going to walk out front, licking her chops. We may need to utilize your forge.
Kind of gathered.
She half grins. But I ain't going in.
Eesh.
Would anyone care to help me?
What?
She's asking if someone would care to help her move the body into the forge. Not gonna go. But, she'll help haul it towards it. Either that or we can get in
Kyle,
here.
move it.
Zaya's just kind
And
of
she
like
kind of
stunned. Like she just doesn't exactly know what to do at this point. She was not expecting that.
I will humanity roll because he's straight
a
up trained.
humanity roll.
Yeah, it's self-conscious, but you know, the generation check, I should say.
The conscience.
Yeah, conscience. I believe it's
Oh, let's see my conscience roll here. Na, 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 na. My whopping conscience of 3.
difficulty 8. And willpower may not be done.
That's fine. I didn't plan on using a willpower. I have 1 success.
Alright. You do not lose the humanity. As you drain the dude dry, you feel a little bad about this. It's one thing to kill somebody. It's another to literally suck the life force out of somebody after beating the shit out of him with headbutts and blinding him and killing his bike.
And stealing his bike.
Mm.
All right. Well, does anyone need anything else?
Mm. All I think is now to be done is to get out of here, right?
She kind of on the other dude. She's like, I do believe I said I'd walk you home. Man.
He seems to have some concerns, I would imagine.
He's in cool.
Huh?
Kyle, take care of cleaning things up. You will ask the fellow if he wants another tea.
The man that got shot is just kind of sipping at the tea that you gave him already.
Has he been paying attention to anything that's going on, or is he just zoned off in his tea?
He's found something familiar and comfortable to him, so all of his focus is on that.
Good. She'll put her arm around his shoulder without only touching his shirt.
Okay.
Yay, flaws.
Yeah.
And say, ready to go home?
Yeah, I think I should definitely go home.
All right, let's do this then. She'll give everybody a nod and help the dude home.
All right. That's probably end it, unless anybody has anything else they want to do.
Mm-mm.
Nah, I'm good. I'm sure me and Tiger has plenty to talk about.
Waste time thinking what sports is another how to get the gun.